All right, so here again to tell my parole agent that I'm being sexually harassed in the community by gay people, harassed with vehicles, first student company, the police officers, all arriving at intersections the same time as I do. My genitals are being electrocuted, my anus is being electrocuted, someone's interfering with me enjoying life by having a life by torturing someone from the inside. And it's not me, it's an implant. So imagine putting technology inside someone's body to harass them, torture them, sexually harass them, sexually assault them, and get them to do what you want because you are electrocuting their body parts from the inside and messing with parts of their brain that they use to think, to talk, to improve. So to stop them from making improvements, you electrocute parts of their brain that they need to do that. And to use people around them to scare them, to intimidate them, to make them afraid to walk down the sidewalk, to make them afraid to go places, to make them afraid of not having sex with gay people. So if I'm associated with gay people, or if I just so happen to come across a gay person and I refuse their sexual advances, shortly after, a police officer will drive past my view. So the only way to constantly be able to do that, no matter where that person is on earth, is to put an implant inside that person's body and an implant in several other people so that you can communicate with them all the time and never, you can communicate with them in real time to get them to do things at the right time to harass and give somebody the impression they're being, to make someone feel like they're being stalked, to be harassed and intimidated. So there are several people in the community, in communities everywhere I go, with implants, and they're gay. And someone is trying to get me to be a part of their community wherever I go with that implant. And I've been doing everything I can to tell. And I'm going to continue to tell right now. Oh, and then they keep doing this single solitary female, or like making these stupid attractive girls along my path with skin tight clothing that I'm supposed to, that guys look at or like or whatever, that I'm supposed to be attracted to or to stop along my way. So as I drove here, this girl was walking that way, and now she's walking back. I don't know where the hell she went, but she walked on the road. It's the sex offender test, or like to turn me into, they just told me in my ears, Ted Bundy. They just said they want to turn me into Ted Bundy, where the guy who pulled over because he saw an attractive girl, raped her, and then killed her somewhere else. That's what they've been trying to do for years, since I got out of prison, to pull over. And the only opportunities to speak to an attractive woman that I've found in the past for like 8 years was by pulling over women on the sidewalk. So if I go somewhere important, if I go somewhere for business, if I go somewhere because I have an appointment or because I need to or I want to, I don't find anyone attractive. I find young girls in their early 20s or old women in their 50s, 60s, or 70s. But then when I drive, as I'm driving down the road for years, I keep seeing attractive women closer to my age or a little bit younger that I'm supposed to, they keep telling me with implants, pull over, go talk to her. That's what black people do. They pull over and they talk to women in their cars. But I'm not desperate, and I will never in my life pull over and speak to a woman on the sidewalk. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to pull over and talk to some woman that gay people put on the side of the road to make me appear to be Ted Bundy. It's harassment. It's psychological stalking, harassment, and sexual harassment, or dark. It's like a psychology used to hurt people. A way of thinking or a way of doing things that would hurt will make someone turn out worse than, well, for the worse, right? That's what I've been experiencing. Psychologies and cultures that turn people out for the worse. So it's the gay community. They practice gravity. So being gravity, controlling people's lives. So if you want to be a part of the gay community, or if you aren't gay, the gay community develops psychologies and ways of doing things that interfere with people's lives for the worse. And then as they live their lives and they constantly experience these things with people, or by the use of implants, they develop into they learn to give up. They give in. They give in to the weight or the pressure that is constantly torturing and harassing them, or stalking them, or intimidating them, or scaring them, or doing things that they can't stop from happening to them. And for a better experience, or to stop them, for better life experiences, they choose to have sex with gay people. Because that's what, excuse me, someone just made me fart and they used an implant to stop me from remembering that I just farted. Or they just press a button and your body releases gas. It's an implant. But anyways, and it's just to embarrass me as well. To embarrass me if I post this video to the public, to harass me and embarrass me and in the public if I ever post this video. But the gay community, they hurt people in that way so that they hurt you in a way that it's hard to catch because it happens so quickly, and the technology is hiding beneath the surface where no one would believe there is technology. And then so people give in to their life is eking away, life is going away, they're getting older and older, and the harassment is getting worse and worse, and it won't stop. So they give in and they join the gay community, and then everyone says in the public, "Oh, you were always gay. Oh man, yeah, you were always gay." And then someone just is yelling in my ear, smiling, celebrating, "Yay!" and flashing the image of celebration. Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they always wanted, for someone to cry or to acknowledge that they were gay to the public. But in reality, you tortured and raped that person and gave them the worst life experiences. And suddenly when they started having sex with dudes, their entire life changed. Not just like their life choices, but the choices of the people around them also changed. So like, people are now willing to give them a job and let them work. People are now willing to give them food. This person is now eating. This person is now weightlifting. This person is doing, or completely under implant control. So under the control of somebody with an implant. So this person has a lot of things to offer, but now, oh shit, I gotta get in here. Crap. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'm here to see my parole agent, I think. Yeah. Yeah. But the implants are used to make all those things happen, and to escape the gravity of their actions, because no one believes there's an implant in your body. So as you're getting older, so I gotta write maple leaf on this thing. Snow removal. Supervisor not known. It was like 1/5/25. Pay period, I don't know. $23. Varies. Verona, Wisconsin. No, I don't think I had police contact. No, I didn't change cars. No, there hasn't been a change. No, still being sexually assaulted. with an implant in my body and harassed by the gay community. And they just told me in my ears, you think saying that protects you? I don't think anything I say or do keeps me safe. The only thing, there's too much free will, and there's too much freedom in the world. So, I don't believe I can ever truly be safe because there's too much free will in the world. And in order for anybody to be completely safe, they have to have gravity. Like, they have to be very strong. So the only thing that beats energy, beats free will, is lots of gravity. And in order to have lots of gravity, for humans to have gravity, you have to get stronger. You have to have lots of mass, highly compressed in a small area. That's the only thing that's ever going to beat free will or eliminate the fear of God, which is energy. The fear of God is a fear of free will, free of energy, of freedom. Fear of God is a fear of freedom because anything could happen and everybody has the power to play God and take your life or say bad things to you or hurt you in several different ways. So fear of God is a fear of freedom. Or free will. But you don't have to be afraid of free will if you have gravity. If you're very dense, if you're very strong, you're very fast, you have stamina, and you're very close to immortality, where you have the ability to get strong, live a long time. Well, no one's going to really be immortal. They just have to live for they can be close to immortality. They won't have immortality because the energy inside your body will eventually find a way to escape your body. So you will eventually die. It's natural physics. What you can do is prolong that energy from escaping your body by getting stronger, add density to your body to make it harder and compress the space inside your body. So it's harder for life to escape your body. But anyways, gay people figured out a way to hurt people with stalking, intimidation, sexual harassment, lying, and hurting people beneath the surface of their bodies. So after a long period of time, they'll just people give in, and then the gay community comes in and says, yeah, we knew it the whole time that this person was gay, and that's what we always thought. But they didn't tell people that the whole time you were being sexually harassed, intimidated, and tortured with an implant and no one will ever know. And that's how they got these men to turn out to be gay. And she just psychologically harassed me by shaking her head no. But that's like a witness, what do you call it? In a federal case, that would be called witness intimidation or witness like a witness intimidation, where you use intimidation and psychology together to get a witness to change their opinion about what they just said. So that's what she just did. It's a form of witness intimidation. Psychology and intimidation. Well, psychologically act like they're lying and then scare them at the same time. So pretend like someone is lying to you and scare them at the same time. And if you do those things together, it's the same as witness intimidation. Well, it's a psychological way to get them to fear their opinion or fear what they know. And if they're afraid to tell you what they know, they won't say anything. So anyways, so this is how you rape and torture people. You scare them and you psychologically harass them so they're too afraid to tell anybody what you did. And you can use complete strangers to do it, people they don't know, and eventually, and they're laughing because they think maybe, there's no gravity. So as long as there's no one strong enough to investigate or or no one's ever going to decide that they're going to do anything about the words you spoke, then nothing's ever going to happen. So in real time, someone could harass the hell out of you or intimidate the hell out of you. Yeah. And nothing will ever happen because no one's strong enough to, no one's going to do anything about it. So you can post 1 million videos, you can post 1 million tweets, and as long as someone decided to hide you from the public, or no one hears you, or your comments, or your videos, or whatever you have to say, then you will never, the harassment can continue, or the intimidation can continue, or the torture can continue. It's just, you're just a victim who's, I don't know, in broad daylight. You're a victim in broad daylight because no one's saying or doing anything to address what you claim, your claims. Oh, crap, the phone. Right, so I gotta put this over there. Okay. All right. All right. Wait. But you can easily hurt people, and as long as they never have an opportunity or no one listens to them, you will never get in trouble. So, someone tells you they're being tortured or they're being raped by somebody, you shouldn't take their words lightly, especially if they say there's an implant in their body. It's not a joke. You should do what you can to investigate.
Yeah, no problem.
If there's gravity in their words.
Let me know if this bothers you.
Oh, okay.
Your mic space here.
Okay.
Okay, so you haven't had much work, I'm assuming.
No.
The snow removal
No snow.
started on 1/5
Yeah, I think so. It might be close to that date.
after the holidays.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned they do some other things other than snow removal. Like they lay the salt and everything.
Yeah.
Do they have any kind of maintenance jobs when we have seasons like this?
They haven't called me. They haven't.
Okay.
I haven't heard one word from them.
Gotcha.
But when I did do like an orientation, he told me that when there's no snow, they fill the trucks with dirt, rocks, or whatever is needed for landscaping.
Oh, okay.
So they do projects, I think.
So they do some.
Yeah.
Do they actually do the landscaping or more maybe transport materials?
I think that's what, I don't know if in the future, if I continue to work for it or if I'm still employed, if they'll make me do the labor,
Okay.
or they'll just make me do the driving. I have no idea.
Right.
But I know that's all he told me.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay. So despite us having kind of a dry
Yeah,
winter,
they-
you may have some work available.
Yeah, and then next month I was told by like several people who own dump truck businesses to start calling them for work. So they said like everybody I called back in November, late November, they said the season's over and the season restarts around February. So, I mean,
Earlier than I thought.
yeah, they said call back around February to get your foot in the door to make an offer or to, so if these guys still haven't put me to work, I'll probably try to find more work
Yeah.
somewhere else. And
This off real quick.
yeah,
Um,
I have noticed that in the last 3 months, I've seen more dump trucks than I've seen in years. And I'm not handy. I don't believe in that psychology where
Yeah.
you if you start working somewhere, you start noticing that you see more of something. I don't believe that. I think I have literally seen more dump trucks than I have in years, and it's not because I started working or I had an interest in dump truck. So I think people are harassing me with and stalking and harassing
with the dump trucks.
with several different company owners are using their free time to harass me by arriving to intersections with their dump trucks or pulling up right behind my car with their dump trucks as more than I've ever seen dump trucks in my entire life within the last 3 months. So it's like someone's trying to get me to hate dump trucks. That's what they just told me. They said, we're trying to get you to hate dump trucks. Having or seeing a dump truck or being around a dump truck because you are trying to be a dump truck driver.
They're trying to interfere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like psychologically harass you until you hate dump trucks.
And then you won't pursue.
You
that.
won't try to get a job as a dump truck driver. So I think several company owners feel like they told me when I fill out an application, these owners feel like they're being harassed by me. So they retaliate by using group stalking and psychological harassment to get me to retaliate, to respond to my requests for employment. They think it's harassment.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Does that change your when you are applying for these jobs,
Yeah.
these driving jobs, or just I guess when you're interacting with potential employers?
Yeah.
Does that change how you respond to the employer?
Oh no, I'm gonna keep applying. I mean, inevitably, I went to school to get my license. I improved my license as much as it could be. I got a hazmat endorsement. I have the tankers endorsement. I have no manual restriction. I clearly want to drive. I clearly have the ambition to make progress in life.
Yes.
So no matter what, this stalk, it's illegal. They're doing something highly illegal. They're stalking and harassing me in public to get me to hate what I worked so hard to do. So it's like somebody thinks they're intelligent and they think they can get away with stalking, harassment because the way they do it is too hard. It's incredibly intelligent. And if it's too intelligent, no one can stop them because no one understands that level of intelligence. So if you use an implant, you can stalk somebody in real time and use other people in the community who have that same technology in their bodies to always know where someone's going to be and when to drive to a location to harass them or to intimidate them or to be around them in a way that they would hate, because no one likes feeling like they're being stalked. And yeah.
So when you're actually in the driving position,
Yeah.
when you're actually, because you said you noticed in the last 3 months,
Yep.
and I guess that farm job ended
In November?
before that, right?
Oh, well, yeah. So right after that, so at the end of November, so it'd be 2 months. I mean,
Yeah, no, yeah,
Was it
11,
November?
12, 1.
yeah. Okay, I guess, yeah. 3 months. Yeah. Yes, it's about 3 months. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
Continue.
No, I was just going to ask because, just so I have the sequence right, so you
Yeah.
stopped doing the farm job,
Yeah.
then you started noticing
Yes.
the trucks.
Yes.
So you haven't been in a position
A driving.
since then.
Yes.
You haven't been in a driving position
Yeah.
since you've noticed
Yes.
the abundance of dump trucks.
Yes.
Right.
And I think it's also the time when I started applying Like I made like 80, filled out 80, well, not 80, but I applied all over the state. And even like 30 or 45 minutes outside of Madison, I was applying for dump truck driving positions. And I think all those applications, well, not repeatedly, but to all these people making phone calls, stopping by the business, and doing like an introduction to these people, and hand filling out applications. I think they decided to retaliate, or to make me hate as a group, to make me hate trying to do that, to be a part of that community of dump truck drivers. And I think as a group, they decided to harass me. And within reason, if they don't have an excuse, and they just told me in my ears, if we don't have an excuse in the future to not hire you, we will hire you, and then we will make your life miserable within our company. So if we can't make your life miserable while you're outside of our business, we're going to make you hate the job once we hire you. And that's what they just said in my ears. They really quickly. So it took me 10 seconds to say that, but it literally took, with this implant, you can say what I just said in like 1 second or 1.5 seconds, or however long or the brain works faster than I can talk. So there's literally somebody talking to me at all times, like a person, like a cell phone, and flashing images in front of my eyes. But anyways, I guess anything else, any other conversation, I guess is pointless to talk about. But that's what I've been experiencing.
Sure.
And then sexual harassment by gay people and intimidation. So, like random people will look at me in a way that means that you're about to be hurt, and then they'll look away. So I don't know if you've seen movies, or you've grew up around people who suddenly get mad about things, or like you went to school and maybe you've seen people in school who show you that they're mad, or you've seen people get mad before they fight. So those faces are the faces I keep seeing randomly across the city, across Madison. And
these are not images being flat. They're
literally people doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like scare tactics. So it's like random scare tactics to keep you afraid at all times. And if I retaliate, these people will deny. I know they will deny it. I know they'll say, I didn't look at him at all. I didn't say anything to him. And they'll use the history of me telling that there's an implant in my body to say he's insane.
To minimize your...
Right. Yeah. Or to escape the gravity of their action. So like if I can call him crazy, or I can say he's, well, not crazy, but if I can say that there's a good reason not to believe him, then I can stay out of trouble. And one lie, a big lie, well, reasons can be the truth, or reasons can be a lie. And so you don't have to tell the truth when you reason. You can tell a lie when you reason. So a lie could be a reason to not trust somebody, or to believe somebody. So these people are going to lie and say, I'm not mentally capable of telling the truth, or accusing someone of something because of the things I've said in the past, or the history I have in the past. And so in the future, every single time someone does something, all they have to say is, well, he's this person, so you don't have to believe him. You don't. And so if I retaliate, if I say anything back to these people, they're going to say